Hello to my Virgos. Let's get into it, Virgos. We are still in the full moon phase, even though technically, the moon is in a gibbous moon phase in Capricorn by the time you watch this video. So let's set an intention for your reading. Hopefully you all had a wonderful full moon. Yes, and uprooted some things so that you can and planted some new seeds of things that you want to grow in your life. Maybe it's you want to grow your money, your business, friendships, love life, whatever it is you're trying to grow. Hopefully you planted some new seeds. I am filled with energy, right? So Scorpio and Aries are ruled by Mars, and Scorpio's other ruling planet, Jupiter, I believe, is still retrograde. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's see what's in your cards. I've already prayed over your cards. 144, connect. Communicate with the divine. Your angels are urging you to make a connection with the divine in your daily life. They want to strengthen your ability to communicate on a high vibrational level. So sit in meditation right now with your hands on your crown chakra. That's the top of your head. On your the top of your head, and envision yourself opening up to the wisdom of the divine. 144. Okay? All right. Let's get some messages from your ancestors and let us see. Let's see what is going on here. Let us see. The curse is now broken. Step through the portal. So it looks like somebody may have wanted to keep you bound to them or tethered to them. Your peace is paramount. You have the gift of clairvoyance. You're starting to see things clearly now, right? So much better lies ahead, which is a great thing, right? Should you double back for them? Probably not. Back straight, walk away. They are a changeling. That is a child of fairies or demons who have been substituted for a human baby. Your inner child is proud of you. Check your request list again. And so you have the gift of telepathy, and that's the transference of thoughts, feelings, or ideas, whether intuitively, emotively, or super conscious. And so I see you being booked and busy, not bitter or burdened. That's a good thing, right? And so it's time for you to start dating again. Date. Somebody is a succubus. And your enemy's plan backfired. So your bitter ex-lover wants you. Oh my God. Anyway, you broke their cycle, so thumbs up. So yeah. So you don't necessarily have to sleep with someone. You could be friends with. You could have hugged them. Anyway, I have a whole video on incubus, succubus spirits. So anyway, let's get into it. It's on my second channel, the Knowledge channel, so you can go check it out. Anywho, let's get into it. So, you're filled with energy. Somebody was definitely trying to loop you into something. I feel like whoever your ex is, whoever they're with, they were trying to loop you into their relationship. Whether they're dating someone, somehow they were trying to loop you into something. Probably without you knowing. So, yeah, it's a good thing that either they or you stood your ground. Somebody stood their ground, but the curse is broken, which is a great thing. So, all right, let's get into your reading. Thank God the curse is broken. Ooh. That's right. That full moon in Scorpio, death, rebirth. So some new seeds are being planted. And yeah, that's a good thing. You never want to be looped in with other people's karmic cycle. With other people's karma, because you don't really know how long you're going to be in that cycle. You have no idea. So that's not the kind of connections you want to not the kind of connections you want to make, right? So somebody is feeling brand new, like a new sense of self-worth, which is great, right? That's right. You want to do something on your own where you're financially independent of something else, because you want to be enlightened, that's separate from being connected to energies who have been keeping you in the dark about things. So that's the way to do it. Yes, separate from other energies. Yep, who like to make people feel worthless, keeping people on the outside, people who, can't sit next to me kind of spirits. You don't want to be connected to those energies. Who like to overwhelm people. You don't know what to believe. People who think people on a high horse. All it, whatever. Anyway, people who like to keep people looped into a web of confusion. You don't want to be connected to all of that mess. People who like to sacrifice people. You don't want to be connected to that. You like to you don't want to be connected to people who like to play games. You don't want to be connected to that mess. You don't want to be connected to people who feel like they want to date other people's partners behind people's backs. Just foul all the way around. Their energy, like I said before, they like to do things in secret. Like for you in hermit mode, you like to create something in, like I said, everything these energies do, they do it in secret. You like to create in secret. Your energy, you like to keep people enlightened. When you go into hermit mode, these energies, when they go into secret, they like to sacrifice people in secret. They like to, whatever. So if somebody was an open book. And so you were determined to enlighten. You like to be enlightened. These energies like to, like I said, like the Pied Piper, there's a duality to that. Right, so anyway, they like to put an end to people who thrive behind closed doors. And then they go out and act like nothing happened. They're a couple that likes to go out and let like nothing happen. So you have new and exuberant love and light, and you have a new and exuberant love coming across your path, and you're creating something new that you're protecting, right? And so somebody is definitely not mirroring compassion. Somebody is a very compassionate person, and you're on top of things. Yeah. So you have an innate spiritual understanding of the light high priestess energy, right? So that's your rebirth right there. And so this is a matter of perspective. It can even look like somebody is running away from something, or it look like somebody is going out for fresh air. Yeah. And not talking to people. Yep. Somebody's not running away from something. It look like somebody could look like they just going out for fresh air, not running away from something, right? From just, hearing something that was just heartbreaking. After trying to be an open book, to some people, and they had all kinds of ideas, and they just heartbreaking, all because they want to grow some money, trying to make a person feel worthless, planting seeds in a person's mind just to, grow some money, right? Trying to make two people feel worthless. Just for them, everything is just transactional. Keeping a person in the house for 8 hours a day, baiting somebody into something that they don't want to go back to. Yeah, and using them as a pawn in the game, playing mind games, telling them that they gotta say something disrespectful to somebody that they love, breaking their heart, saying that somebody's a sex worker. That's something that you have in common with somebody. You call somebody to depression. Yep, saying that they sleeping around. All right, let's go ahead and close this out. Anyway, they would call it some kind of triangulation. Anyway, but you're seeing something from a higher frequency, so there's the tower. There it is. There is the reading. Somebody now knows when your back is against the wall, now to tap into source. Yep. So every day becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and trust my inner guidance. There it is. Alrighty. Somebody was being sacrificed. After all the sacrifices that were made, somebody was being sacrificed. The end of a tough cycle comes to an end. Alrighty. Dream journal. Somebody learning how to keep a journal. I think that's it. Yep, I think that's it. Alrighty. Hopefully this is helpful. Bye.